Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Josh Dragon here, and today we're going to be resuming our Ninja Gaiden 1 LP run for the NES. Now, Act 2, on the other hand, in my opinion, is significantly more difficult than the first level. Not so much in this opening part. And by the way, this looks a bit strange, doesn't it? I mean, where exactly it was Ryu being held captive? Because he just ran through a door. Okay, it looks like he was being held there in the prison camp, but, I mean, this does not look like any kind of penitentiary that I've ever seen. Not that I've ever been in one, personally, but... I think one thing I do have to disagree with is that I don't really consider Ninja Gaiden to be an incredibly difficult game. It's certainly not an easy one, and it's a challenging game. But I think the difficulty is a little bit overrated here, because really it's just the last two acts that are very challenging, especially Act 6 in particular, and then the fight with the Jakku is pretty difficult, but the rest of the game itself is really not that bad. They give you unlimited continues for one thing, and another important point that I'll mention later as a game is that you can always restart levels with different weapons. So if you have the wrong weapon going into a boss fight, or you don't have enough energy, you can always fight the boss again later on. Nevertheless, though, you do have to really be on your toes with the platforming, and this area, I would say, is one of the more challenging parts early on in the game. This jump is particularly nasty. You want to make sure you jump when the guy is facing away from you there. Now, the bosses, on the other hand, are extremely pathetic, actually, at least the first couple of them. This second guy here is not any more difficult than the first one. You just have to duck whenever he stops moving, because that's when he'll swing at you, and he'll go down very, very fast. What is this bizarre statue anyway? And who was that woman? As I grew more and more suspicious, I went off to look for that supposed acquaintance of my father's, Mr. Smith. Who is it? You must be Walter Smith. The name's Ryu Hayabusa. Who? That sword. Of course! You must be Ken Hayabusa's son. In his last letter, my father told me I should see you. Last letter. I see. So it has already begun. Ken and I were on an expedition to some old Amazon ruins. We found a strange statue and a stone tablet. On the tablet it said... Wait a minute, you mean to tell that statue? Yes, precisely. I thought it had been stolen. That demon statue possesses enough evil power to destroy an entire nation. The demon came to this earth and caused many deaths. But then Shinobi appeared to stop the demon. Shinobi borrowed the strength of the dragon and countered each of the demon's spells, and thus was able to overcome it. Yet though it was defeated, the demon was not dead. So Shinobi confined the evil power of the demon in two statues, of light and shadow. And the body was confined in a temple. This one must be the shadow statue. Therefore, and now I've got it. Bye, friend. What the? After him, Ryu. Starting in around Acts 3 and Act 4, there's a noticeable spike in the difficulty. My best advice for dealing with the levels to come is really just to be on your toes as much as possible and to take your time going through these levels, because if you're newer to the game, or if you're not familiar with the layout of the stages, it's very easy to get caught off guard by these enemies and replacements. You're going to start running into a lot more birds, and the birds take off 3 pellets of health, so one of the easiest ways to avoid getting hit by them is to usually jump in the air as they start to home in on you, and if you duck underneath them, they'll miss you, and then you can swing your sword at them and hit them on their return flight. So it's better usually to make sure you miss that the birds miss you on the first try, and then you can get them when they come back. In some cases, though, you'll be able to just get them on the first try, but birds are one of the worst enemies in the game. They just take off a lot of damage. Go figure why the animal you would think would be one of the weakest of the game is actually one of the strongest. And ironically, we're killing birds here, which are dropping items for us, so, you know, not much sense here in this game, but there are some really tricky platforming parts here late in this Act 3, so just be careful and do your best to get through that without getting hit too much. This is the first truly difficult boss of the game. He fires a series of pellets randomly, and you need to destroy the bottom and middle pellets so the top one passes over you, and then just basically slash him as much as possible. He jumps from side to side, so just pick one side, stay on that side, and slash him as much as you can. It actually took me quite a few times to kill him the first few times I played this game. He's not quite as easy as I made it look. After getting back the light demon statue, I felt a strange premonition and hurried back. Dr. Smith! Ryu, the light demon statue was taken. The light statue? Yes. Your father and I, we each kept one of the statues, just in case. So that the two statues would never become one. The demon's been asleep for 700 years, and now it's starting to wake up. Whatever we do, we've got to stop it. Got to get it back. There's no choice. We've got to become the Ninja Dragon. Dr. Smith! Dr. Smith! Come with us. Ninja Gaiden Act 4. Welcome, Ryu Hayabusa. Sorry if I startled you. We are from the CIA Special Auxiliary Unit. My name's Foster. Getting right to the point. Wait. I want to know why you killed Smith. We didn't kill him, but we'll fill you in on what we know. In the upper reaches of the Amazon, some ancient ruins were discovered. It seems the temple was built more than 2,000 years ago. The discoverer was Dr. Smith, who studied the ruins for some time. But one day, he suddenly sealed off the ruins. And ever since then, no one has gone close. Later, however, a man moved in and took over the ruins. His name is Gardia Demute. He calls himself the Jakku. According to our records, it seems that the temple is not where gods are worshipped, but was built to imprison the body of the demon. Therefore, evil spirits are supposed to be held in the statue you have. Dr. Smith probably already knew that. He was probably killed by someone working for the Jakku. When a black moon shines, light and dark break apart. The King of Darkness howls. These were the last words written on the stone tablet. If someone brings the demon back to life, he will gain incredible power. Enough to control the entire world. So you know about that. The woman who shot you in the bar was one of our agents. They are after you. Use this and go to their headquarters. Get the demon statue back from them. Of course, you will be paid for the work. If I say no, you know the answer to that. Alright guys, I think we'll call it a wraps here. I want to thank you so much for watching my LP run of Ninja Gaiden 1 on the NES, and I will see you next time. This is Josh Dragon signing out.